Greetings, class. Welcome back to your weekly dose of One Piece. I'm your host, Mr. Hustle, and without further ado, lock the fuck in. Tell your homies to lock in too. Now let's get into it. Boom. If you don't remember last episode, the Goros say pull up to Egghead to stop Vegapunk from exposing that they get no hose. Zoro finally, after 10 episodes, packs up Rob Lucci, and the Giants finally link up with Luffy after 2 years. Now the big-ass bird screams and goes into the dome, and it's looking around to find people. Then Jinbei goofy-ass looks up and sees it. He's like, what the fuck is that shit in the air? And why does it have Haki like that? He goes to Zoro quick and he says, hey Zoro, the fight's done. Let's get the fuck out of here. We need to move. And Zoro's breathing heavy. He says, nah, Jinbei, I can't leave. He's still standing. And we actually just see Lucci still standing.
Did he not die?
No, because how is he actually up right now after taking those 3 slashes? He's not that guy. And why is Zoro not cutting his head off right now? He's clearly weakened. Lucci's breathing heavy, and we just see him throw up blood. Sanji comes back on the phone. He says, where are you at gang? MU in North Liberty. Hey Jinbei, are y'all done over there yet? Damn, taking your sweet ass time. And mind you, Luffy right now is 1 versus 4ing giant ugly monsters. And Zoro's over here not wanting to leave so he can fight with Robert Lucci. Like, gang, go help your captain. Now Lucci growls and he just starts walking them down. Jinbei goes in, grabs Zoro because they ain't got time for this. And he turns to Lucci. He says, listen gang, you did good, but we pirates. We don't play fair over here. You on the wrong side, boy. And he uses Fishman Karate 5,000 brick fist and hits Lucci. Jinbei upscale or not? Y'all think Jinbei is stronger than Sanji or no? Let me know in the comments. Lucci defends from the attack, but he's actually done now. He falls out of his transformation and falls to the ground. So Jinbei and Zoro take that time to get the hell out of there. Now back to Lucci. He hears something. He hears flapping. Something's flying towards him. And the big bird pulls up. Robert Lucci of Cypher Paul. Where the fuck is bro? Doesn't even know what he's looking at right now. Like, yes, gang, you got transported to Jurassic Park. Zoro and Jinbei are running, and Zoro looks back. He's like, dog, what the hell is that big-ass bird? That's the shit your captain was fighting while you're out here struggling with fodder. Now back to Lucci. He tells the bird, York is still tied up in the control room on the 4th floor of the building. Then he gets serious and transforms into Gunna. He starts snitching on everyone. Yeah, those 2 who just ran off. That was Roa, Zoro, and Jinbei, the Knight of the Sea. He used to be a warlord, but he joined the ops, by the way. And there's 5 more Straw Hats up here, and 2 more Vegapunks. They super weak too. The bird's like, oh, but he ain't done snitching yet. Yeah, they're preparing to escape from the back entrance of the Labo Stratum. Okay, you done now? But he still ain't done. There's also 85 Cypher Paul agents and 4 Seraphims imprisoned in the basement. And there's 6 minutes left until Vegapunk exposes the Gorosei. The bird says, splendid work, little bro. I ain't got no more questions. I might even just go talk to the Mandem and see if we can get you some more screen time. Hold on, I can be in the final war. Chill, bro. Now you're doing too much. But Lucci says one last thing. My partner should be in the control room, and he got packed up pretty bad because he got a shit-ass devil fruit, and he's weak as hell. But can you please spare him when you guys attack? The bird tells him. I don't know if I can do all that, little bro. It's hard to single out a lone insect when you're exterminating the hive. And he flies off. Not going to lie, I actually hope Kaku gets packed up. One less scrub taking up screen time. Back to Luffy and the Giants. Luffy's like, it's really you. It's been over 2 years. Yeah, twin. You've been through some crazy change though. We won't even recognize you. Your hair was black last time we seen you. Now it's white. Did you run into Jason? And he says they have tales about the sun god in Elbath. Where'd you learn about how he looks? I also wonder why the governments let the Giants slide when they know about Nikatu. Now Luffy's like, yeah gang, I can't lie. I have no idea what you guys are talking about, but we can talk about that later. We gotta deal with these monsters. Then we cut to Mercury. He's like, fucking Giants are here. How the hell does this guy have so much help? And Saturn's like, this shit just became a bigger problem. Bro really came here on his little ship with his wine thinking everything is going to be sweet. ain't shit sweet over here, boy. We got real man-dom who know how to fight. Now back to the fight. The giants say, yeah, this shit feels like we're back on Elbap. Seeing all these monsters here, it ain't time to fight him right now. We gotta leave with the quickness. They say, yeah, we heard from that useful member on your squad, Sanji. He said, tell Luffy we're meeting at the other end of the island. The giants say they decided to help Luffy after they heard the news about what's happening on Egghead.
He was a serial killer who bragged about killing people, and he professed and confessed to be a demon.
It basically said Luffy's holding Vegapunk hostage on Egghead, and Luffy's like, wow, that's really what they're telling the Mandam. That's crazy. Now we get a map of where everyone is. Nami and Usopp are still on top at the lab. Bandai's group is basically at the ship. Sanji's halfway there, and Luffy and them are actually far from the ship. Then Braggy sounds his horn and all the giants look up. That signal means they found Straw Hat, and they need to get the fuck out of here. All the giants stop attacking the Marines too, because they ain't even got no loot for real. They didn't even find one scar. That's crazy. Now back to the board. He gets pissed. All you FNs are trying to retreat. You really think I'm gonna let you leave since y'all wanna blow your horn? I got one too. And he does a hockey roar straight at him. They all feel that shit. They start defending, and Luffy's like, well, you know what? This ain't that bad. But then the roar gets even stronger and fire comes. The giants even start to get pushed back. The Marine grunts see this too. They don't even know what's going on anymore. Then two people literally pass out because of the hockey. Y'all think he'll get workers' compensation or no? I doubt it. They ain't even got no union or nothing in the Marines. Them boys are cooked. Now the roar was so strong it took Luffy's eyes and his scars off. They save his body parts from flying away. The giants are like, Luffy, you good, twin? Why is your body moving like that? Nah, I'm good, homies. And he puts his scars back on his body. They all look at Mercury and they're like, who the is that guy? He just did a conqueror's hockey roar. Oh, he's one of them old government people who thinks he's a guy, but he got his power handed to him. He's not really like that for real. And Mercury took that personally, but he says he's going to pack him up so he doesn't go back to his original form. So that means Gear 5 is not even Luffy's strongest form. So he jumps in the air spinning, and Luffy's like, what the hell is even happening? Dory says, Braggy, you know what we gotta do? They block the attack and use Sunshield Fallon. Mercury gets pissed and says, why the fuck are you guys helping him? Do you guys know who he is? Like, no, they're just out here helping a random stranger. But they say, that's our dog, the sun god. Of course, we're going to help him. And then you split Scalda and hit him away. Like, other than the not dying part, these guys aren't even really strong for real. Ugly-ass devil fruits, and they're weak. Except for Venus, I'm not gonna lie. This guy's an actual problem. I have no idea how Zoro's going to deal with him. Now Saturn sees his homie getting knocked on his back, and he says, all right, that's how y'all want to play. Since you want to help the ops, we're erasing you from existence with him. And he shoots these balls at them. Pause. Luffy sees this and he's like, watch out. That's venom. So he takes a tree out of the ground, bites it, and turns it into a baseball bat. Somehow the man gets a cap too. And then we get transported into Ace of Diamond. The balls are coming straight for Luffy, but he ain't scared. He'd been in this situation before. He waits for the perfect moment and he hits them all away. Is that Luffy or Shoei? Don't starts laughing and says, but taste your own medicine, bitches. But these two actually look scared. They're not laughing. And the balls go right back at them and explode. What type of venom does Saturn have? I'm dead ass about to put these guys in the good devil fruit bad user category. The other giant pirates say, Captain, let's go. The flames will block off the forest. Froggy's like, these are gone, dummies. We smoking that gross pack tonight. But Luffy says, no, we gotta leave now. These guys ain't dead yet. They're immortal, and we just see them coming out of the fire. So they all sprint out of there with the quickness. Yo, Luffy, are they really immortal? Yeah, gang, no matter what I do, they keep coming back. They're worse than the 2 out of 10 that won't leave you alone at the club. Now, the giants say they haven't heard of anyone who has a power of immortality. So, I'm assuming the Goros say haven't used their powers since like the Void Century, because these guys are already 100 years old. The giants say, you know what? We may be running, but this is still our dub, which is real. A win is a win. Now we move to Nami and she's on the phone. She says, Jinbei Zoro, hurry up, man. We're trying to leave. And we see this Jinbei guy running on his feet because it's faster. We cut back to Bonnie and them at the ship and she points. She's like, who the hell are they in front of the ship? And it's the 3 vice admirals. They say, you're not going nowhere, Jewelry Bonnie. You're dying tonight. I'm not going to lie, I hate this with a passion. Because how do you have a sextuple chin? Yes, I just searched that up, by the way. We also see Sanji still sprinting to make it to the boat. Now we cut back to the bird Gorosei. He breaks in the lab and finds York. Hey, little girl, where is the room displayed on the monitor? Shorty's like, what the hell? Is that a monster? You speak too? Nah, leave me alone, please. We go all the way back to this bum Kizaru on the boat. The grunts are like, gang, you good? You've been down there for a minute. You need a med kit or something? And he says, my wounds run deep. Just let me rest. Like Brokey, go jump off the boat, then you can rest forever. Also, I don't want to hear Admiral equals Yonko again. They do not equal Yonko, and it's not even close. Then we hear something on the comms. Guys, I know we got the whole Vegapunk exposing problem, but we got another problem. Something bigger than the giants just showed up in the Northwest Shore, and it's a fat-ass robot, and we can literally hear it walking. The flames are not even doing anything to it, and apparently it's saying something. Hold on, let me listen. Bleach is the worst out of the big 3. He actually says, Joy Boy, forgive me. What the hell did he do to Joy Boy? Don't tell me he slimed him. All right, that's all for this episode. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below. And yeah, One Piece is going very crazy right now.